Growing up, all the kids in my village were warned to stay away from the White House on the outskirts of the village. We were told the family who used to live there disappeared into thin air. They told us if we ever go there, we would disappear too. All the kids in the village avoided that place like the plague. If you are misbehaving at home and your parents threatened to take you there, you will immediately advise yourself and stop what you were doing. The idea of going there was worse than your parents beating you. I never really believed the stories about the White House. So when I started dating my teacher and we had no place to meet, I told him we can use the White House as our meeting place. Now, a little background story. I grew up in a remote village. I was the first child and only daughter of my father. My father was a farmer and he was a very strict man. He was a devout Christian and he believed a woman's place was to serve her husband. He thought educating me was a waste of time and money. And because of that, for the first years of my life, he didn't allow me to go to school. I stayed at home and I helped my mom around the house whilst my brothers were in school. He received a visit from the headmistress of the basic school one day. I don't know what they really spoke about, but I started school the next week. I started school at age 6. And even at that age, my father warned me to stay away from boys. He said I was not permitted to be friends with boys, only girls. I received a beating anytime I was seen playing with a boy. He always said I belonged to my future husband and only so me. I avoided all the boys in my village like the plague. But when I got to senior high school Form 3, our teacher was a young man from the city who had come to the village to do his national service. I think I fell in love with him the minute I laid my eyes on him. I just couldn't get him out of my mind. And from the way he was looking at me, I could see he was feeling the same way too. One thing led to another and we started seeing each other. Our relationship had to be a secret because he was a teacher and I was a student. And my dad was literally going to kill me if he ever finds out about it. So I didn't tell anyone about my relationship with him, not even my closest friends. Since we didn't have anywhere to meet, we started meeting at the White House. No one dared come to that place, so we had all the privacy we needed. I was head over heels in love with this man. He was so smart. I loved the way he spoke. I loved the way he looked at me. It was my whole world at that point. It was all I could think about. We met at the White House 4 times a week after school. And after every meeting, I just couldn't wait to see him again. I knew he would have to leave the village at the end of his service. And that thought alone was killing me slowly. We made plans for me to continue my education in the city. And he promised to wait in the city for me till I started tertiary school. But one day, he stopped coming to the school all of a sudden. The first day he missed school, I thought